You know, as I'm milling around the room, seeing a lot of old faces, I wanted to ask, right? Because everyone's showing me. I want to ask how many men are wearing a William Fox item of clothing right now in this room? Or how
about a woman? A woman too.
How about women? All right, I mean, pretty incredible. How many men have in their closet or are wearing something from Dad? That's how many lives he's touched. I want to thank you guys sincerely for coming on a Monday afternoon to celebrate the life of our dad. The turnout today is really indicative, I think, of the impact that he had on all of us over his 87 years. 87 years, that's a good run. Looking around the room, I see so many old friends, family members, William Fox colleagues, customers, as Laura alluded to, ex-wives and girlfriends. So Dad, he beat out the rest of the field by a mile. No doubt that Dad was a lover and not a fighter. And I can't think of a single person that ever had one negative thing to say about Craig Fox. A few words that do describe Dad: generous, caring, kind, ambitious, courageous, dedicated, unconditionally optimistic. And if you got to know the man, he was hilarious and had a dad joke for everything. Even if it was the dumbest joke you've ever heard, he always had a way of making you laugh. Some of the best years of my life were the almost 10 years I spent in DC helping Dad run the company. I'd always helped out in the shop as a kid, looking over Dad's shoulder, earning a few bucks during school vacations, but having the opportunity to work side by side on a daily basis, traveling with him for buying trips, getting to know his vendors and his many customers, gave me an inside look at what made this man tick. William Fox wasn't Dad's business, his day-to-day. It was his identity. It's who he was. Over the nearly 60 years that Dad ran the company, and believe me, he was in it until the very end. We had to pull his hand off the wheel. He overcame changes in men's fashion, changes in administration, changes in the economy, changes in the district, and yet continued to remain dedicated to his craft, dedicated to his customers, and dedicated to providing the best high-end men's traditional menswear and best service in DC, maybe the country. Although Dad is now gone, his legacy remains. And I'm beyond grateful that my friend and brother Halim, who couldn't make it here tonight, many of you William Fox customers have met him, he'll carry on the business into the next generation. And although I'm no longer involved with the company, for me, this is yet another confirmation that everything happens for a reason. So I've actually been thinking about that word a lot lately. Legacy. What will our friends and family speak of us when the ride is over? How do we want to be remembered? What will people say about the men and women we were and the lives we led? For Dad, he will be remembered as a man who played the game the right way, and to use a golf term, his favorite sport, a man who finished his round in this life well under par. He lived life on life's terms, but also his own. He followed his passions, loved the people close to him, and lived with integrity and purpose. And I think if you were to ask him what he would change, his answer would be nothing. So, while we're all deeply saddened and miss him daily, we're here today to celebrate a life well lived, a perfect round, and a man who did it the right way. You're an example to us all, Dad, and we're all better people for having you on our journey. Rest easy, Pop. We love you.